let your mind feel like you're actually in this setting. Like you're sitting there in the Negev, like sitting there in the Kadesh Paran, in the Midbar, and you're just like waiting. So let's close our eyes.
Should I be sitting in a cross like this or something?
You can sit either with your legs crossed, you can sit with your feet planted firmly on the ground.
That's not cross.
But you should have both your feet down or both your feet up. You can sit up straight or you can put your head on the desk. And we're just going to start with taking a really deep breath in and deep breath out. And feeling like you're no longer in the classroom, but you're actually in the mid-bar. And you're sitting there looking off into the distance. You feel the hot sun on your back. And you feel that you're really tense. Maybe it's in your shoulders. It's in your hands. You feel the tension. You feel the heat. You're sitting there and you're waiting. You're waiting and you're looking. It's day 20. You've been waiting for 20 days for those 12 spies to come back. What are they going to tell you when they come back? Why can't you see them coming? You're just sitting there and you're waiting and you're looking. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can feel the dry wind in the desert. And now it's day 30. And you're looking out to the distance towards Eretz Yisrael and nothing. You don't see anybody coming. And that tension is building. Getting a little bit more nervous. What if they don't come back? It's already 30 days. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You're wondering what they're going to say about the land. What are they going to tell you about the people? What are they going to tell you about the cities? Is it going to be good news? Or bad news? You feel yourself getting more tense. We're anxious. Now it's day 40. Everybody in the camp is saying they have to come back today. So you're sitting there on the edge of the rock and you're looking out into the distance. What are you seeing? You don't see anybody coming yet. But it's day 40. They must be coming today. It only took Moshe 40 days to go up Mount Sinai and bring back the Torah. It must be coming back today. The sun starts setting. It's getting cooler in the desert. You think, oh, it's a little bit cold, maybe I'll go inside. And then you see in the distance, the sand start to brush up. And you hear the hoofs on the ground of their horses. And then you see the 12 men starting to come closer to you. What do you feel? What does that feel like to see them finally returning? Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can lift your heads up. Now, without saying anything yet, you guys are all going to get your B'nai Yisrael character that you just were imagining yourself as. I just want you to write 1 or 2 words on it that you felt during that meditation, that you think that your character was feeling while they were waiting. And these B'nai Yisrael people are going to eventually turn into little word collages, kind of like this. Not with these words, but it'll be like a person filled with all these words about what they're feeling throughout this whole process of the spies coming. So take a few minutes to think back to what it was that you were feeling during that time of waiting, and just write it on anywhere on your person, but not so big because we're going to be doing this a lot. Great.
Both of them?
Oh, did you get 2 guys?
ANX-IOUS.
Do a few people want to share the words? What it is? Third?
The third word.
Oh, yeah. Anybody want to share a few of the words that they were done?
How many words do we need? Like 1 for now?
1 or 2. It doesn't matter. Pick it to a certain word.
I have 3 worried. I felt relaxed when you said like the sunlight and all that, and anxious.
Okay. Does anybody have the same or different words in
Like
mind?
the same.
Which one do you worried? Bless you. Okay, so now we're gonna go on with our psukim. And we're gonna see what it is exactly that's going on at this time. We took you right to the place where they're about to be coming. And now we're going to go into the text and we're going to see what the text is telling us and how we can feel what we're feeling throughout the words. But before we go into that, we have to do some tools. And we have to figure out what the vocab is that we're going to need in order to get through the text. So, if everybody can turn to page 13. Right at the top of the word box. If somebody want to volunteer to read the first word, go ahead, like.
Vayashavu.
Vayashuvu.
Yeah.
What do you think Vayashuvu means? Do you know it?
Yeah. And they returned.
Nice, and they returned. Okay, so you can see that next word looks really similar to Vayashuvu, but it means that they brought back. Can anybody tell me what the similarities and differences of those 2 words are?
The second one just adds a yod.
Oh, great. So we have the difference in the letters. We have a unit there.
That one is, I'm not sure. Also, can I relate standing in the desert waiting for spies to come back for real life situation?
So do you want to first answer
Yes.
with the differences and then we'll hear it?
Well, that it does have to be in the Hebrew or just what it means.
No, and what it
Oh, well, and they returned is them like coming back themselves, and then what they brought back is, that they brought back stuff.
So it's talking about the same people here, but one we have that they're actually returning, and like you said, one is that they're actually bringing back. What do you think they're bringing back here? What can we guesstimate? Yeah.
The fruit that they got
Oh, nice.
and the orange and whatever the guy
They had like the fruit on the big grapes and the things. And what else do you think they're bringing back? Maybe not physically. The information. Nice. Now let's take a commercial break and hear your connection.
So it's like when you're a kid and you order something online from like Amazon, and you're waiting for a package, and you look every day in the mailbox and then in the front door for the package, but it's like it's not there for like 4 days or like forever. And then it finally comes and you're so excited and you run into your house and you immediately open it and.
Awesome. So I want you guys to think about what Eitan said, and this is exactly what I want you to be doing throughout these next few lessons, to think about how you can connect yourself to B'nai Israel, to like the feelings that they're going through. Because it's hard to think like you guys are just like them, because you're not in the middle of the desert, you didn't just come out of slavery, but like you have a lot of things like Eitan pointed out that you can connect to B'nai Israel.
Eitan is like kind of like that, but like in a different way, because B'nai Israel is like thinking about the future. They're not sure if it's good or bad. In Eitan, he knows it's going to be a good thing in there, and that doesn't impact his like future at all.
That's a really good point. Like, Eitan, what do you think about that?
I also forgot to add a part that you also like you see the toy online, and no, I have a different situation. So
Stay with. I think you're going somewhere.
right. So you order the toy online, and since let's say you were a little kid, because not as many older kids would get that interested in the package, but and you don't know if it's good or not because you're a little kid and you don't understand that much that it's Amazon is reliable and stuff like that. So, and you don't know if it's gonna be good or bad, and sometimes you don't know how big it's gonna be because it doesn't say the size measurements.
So you might be disappointed when it actually comes. So that's a good point to show that like it's on a whole different level than B'nai Israel. This is like deciding their future, but we can connect like some of the feelings behind it to what we go on. Let's go on to the next word. Anybody want to read it and take a guess on what it means? Josh?
Bayram.
And what is, before we define it, what is the suffix at the end there that can give us a clue?
Suffix is the Vav Mem. So the Mem at the end.
What does the noun at the end mean?
No.
Is it say that it's a yachid or a review? Nice.
And they saw.
So look on the bottom where the heads are, and if it's via
Saw these things. I don't know.
and they showed them, and they showed. Okay, so this next word, does somebody want to come up and write the shoresh of this next word? See, Eva? Beautiful. Okay, so then we have the shoresh, and then we have these two extra sections. So what is shalach? You can just everybody say it. So what does it mean when you have ta at the end of something? I consider you could say that, but
You.
there we go. You masculine. And what about new? All right. Us. So make that into English. We have say, great, you sent us. Like, so it's going to be saying, like, in which you sent us. That's a lot contained in one little word. Okay, this next word, somebody want to come up and write the shoresh? Josh. Nice. So we have free, which means fruit. But then we have something extra. What does that mean at the end of it? In the hay with the dot in the middle of it. Ethan? So does it make a yachid or ravim?
No.
The hay at the end of it makes it do it again.
Her fruits.
Beautiful. Did you want to point on the poster where you saw that? Nice. So we have the hay with the belly button in the middle of it, and that makes it possessive feminine. So what is the feminine noun that we're talking about here?
Eretz.
Beautiful. Because you guys saw that that's nekava. So we have her fruits. We have the land's fruits.
So is it the land fruits or her fruits?
So in Hebrew, because it's eretz is nekava, you can say that it's a feminine. So it's the land's fruits, and in Hebrew it'd be like her fruits. Okay. Everybody have those written down on their own page, so I can erase them. Oh. So now let's do some of the defining together. What do we think that somebody want to read it in Hebrew? Like,
Vayashuvu Mitur Haaretz Miketz Arba'im Yom.
thanks. You're going to come up and circle the new words that we just did in word box. Okay, so what does Vayashuvu mean? What did we just define that as? Great, and they return. Who's returning?
Spies.
The spies. And what about Matur?
Well,
What is it?
We had it somewhere. Oh, and they returned from the scouts returned from their and they returned from the scout.
They returned-
scouting the land. The kids are about 40 days.
What does that word Miketz mean? It's up in your word box over there.
At the end of 40 days. They came back from the scouting at the end of 40 days.
Okay, so everybody write that in as the translation. And they came back. Or and they returned. From scouting, meh. The meh we can tell that it's from. From scouting. The land, Aretz. At the end of 40 days. Okay. So what else happened at the end of 40 days? Great, did everybody hear? Good. So Moshe came down at the end of the 40 days. So what do you think the people, you guys cited the story when Moshe went up the mountain. So what were they doing when he went up? What happened? Yeah. So why did the people build the golden calf? Why did they build the golden calf? Nice. So we see that the people are waiting for the scouts now, and at the end of 40 days, we have this 40-day idea again. But did they build a golden calf this time? Would you say like you think they learned like a lesson maybe, or do you think it's like a different situation? There's no answer. I'm curious what you guys think, because whenever like a number comes up in the text, you try to think, where else do we see this, and like what could it mean? What do you think?
I think they've been punished once. So, it's like trickery, like shame on you. No, trickery, not shame on you. Trickery, but shame on you.
That's a good saying.
So it's
Yeah.
like, I did it once, shame on you. If I do it again, shame on you. Now, because I don't think they should do it again. It's a bad idea. I've already been punished.
Yeah.
Um,
Do that.
I think that, wait, was the question that why was it 40 days?
Yeah, like what does it make you think when you know 40 days come
Oh,
up
I know,
again?
because God was testing them to see if they would lose faith and hope,
Oh,
if they would come back, because they did when Moses was up the mountain for 40 days.
okay, so if everybody can see, I think what Eitan's pulling on is we have this like miketz, this extra word that's like at the end of 40 days. So maybe like that's showing like you really wait till like the last minute of the 40 days to like really show you like you can wait these 40 days, not like you did last time. But, okay, so before we're gonna go into Chavruta and do some more translating, I'm somebody to volunteer to come up here and circle the verbs. You wanna go first? Just circle verbs in all three. As many as you can find.
Wait, the ones we just.
You can do from what we did already. And then do it by Shugo. Oh no, that just means like the end. Just do the ones that start with the Vav and end with the Vav. The Vav Yod Vav. Shugo. Great. You got them all. Nice check. Okay. So everybody can also do this in their paper. So we're picking up on all these verbs that come one after another. You see all like the pink right after another. It means like they did them. So like these are all verbs that the 12 spies are coming back and telling them, or doing them. So let's just look at the meanings of that, and then we'll go through and do a translation of Chavruta. So we have Vayeshuvu, we already said that, and they returned. What about Vayochu?
Then what?
Great. They went, and then Vayarod, and they came.
One in the
And what about by Shiva? That was one of our new vocabs. They returned with
Oh no, no, they brought back.
and they brought back. And then we have the next word by
And they showed.
and they showed,
And then by explorer they told.
and they told,
And they said.
and they said. So we have them returning and then and then going and then coming and then explain, like, so they're telling all these things that you can imagine that you're B'nai Yisrael. You're like, all this is coming at you. Like, finally, after looking at that blank desert for all those days, now we have verb after verb after verb. So what do you think that's showing us? What is the text trying to hint at us now? A lot of things are happening. This is going from that like chill kind of like hanging out in the desert, 40 days of nothing, 40 days of just waiting, to all of a sudden action. Okay, so in February, I'll come around and help with translation. Do Peppa and Zion together.
The one that can be told there and told under So that's a long shot. Kadesh was hard.
So this is
It's a hard journey.
that's really quickly your translate. I should put that out. That's actually just the name of our organization.
To the desert for all creation.
That's the name of it. Let me find that out. So really good question that came up with Blake and Josh is what's going on here? El Midbar Paran Kadesha. So that Paran Kadesha is the name of the place in the Midbar. Does somebody want to point out where that actually is? Eitan?
So, Haran.
So it's Paran Ad Kadesha. So it's that whole section. Paran Kadesha. So you can, because it's a name, you can just write it as a name. You don't have to translate it.
We're done.
What's your edge?
They brought
Things to
So you're just saying that Devar here is thing.
Yeah.
It's singular.
And they brought on this
word. Things for
It's one of those words that I want to argue about what it actually is very vague. But keep it at because it's not targeted.
When they brought back a word, and they showed and they told they showed to them. Well, and they told they showed to them.
We told them.
And they said,
Do you know who can?
They told them.
What does that mean? So it's like your section of the community. We're going to talk about like how we can adjust this.
Then she told them.
This is the whole other story, but it's hard to argue about exactly how to turn it. You already knew, I guess, that maybe it's for food, or maybe it's our original put up there. So I'm gonna bring back what they said.
Land, the rock, halal, wash, land, milk, and honey. And what's the gum?
Ethan, where's Bob?
Don't tell me.
Ethan helped you yesterday. The that you sent us.
That makes sense.
Also,
Did you have a question about where? It's not collaborative crash. What does that mean? What's the milk honey doing?
Flowing.
That you sent us.
Who's the love anyway?
Also this thing.
Who? Oh wait, just leave that on my.
Also, definitely fruits of the land. The land fruits.
the dog.
He,
The collab, you just said milk. Do you know like the collab? So what do people say that the land milk and honey? What is milk and honey doing? So like, so and the gum also like when it's flowing milk and honey. And you guys are doing a great job with the
Yeah, we're done.
translating.
I think they're here.
Okay, so come, you want to come up and underline all of the people?
Sure. I'll do it.
You do this.
Also,
Every time you see like
I've seen
a person's
shooting.
name or a people.
So like Mitchell, like May.
No, just actual. Great.
That does not
Sorry,
sound
Sal.
like speaking to land that you sent us, it should also the land of
Ethan, did you finish your translation?
yeah.
I'm just circulate the and makes it. And also the flowing milk and honey and also the land.
Alright, so let's go over this translation all together. Can I have one volunteer who's going to read Hebrew and then one volunteer who's going to read their English translation? Hebrew? And then somebody from this coverage it back here. English translation. Awesome. So let's start at Ethan and so you can check. Kafa.
Media Laku, Vaya Bohu, El Moshe, Ve'el Aharon, Ve'el Kol Adad, B'nai Israel.
Awesome, I'm going to pause you there.
Okay.
So, we're here. English translation?
And they went into Moshe
Moshe, and they went to Aaron, and then they went to all Bnei Israel, but a lot of us skipped this word in our translation. And it might be my mistake, we didn't go over it in the community, Edah. Why do you think we're referring to, why aren't we just saying Kol Bnei Israel? What is that word, Edah? We have to always pick up on extra things that are added. Even?
I think it makes it sound like they're more together.
Great, it's like feeling togetherness. Does anybody know what the word aid is? So it's like if you see like an accident, you're like an aid to the accident. What is that?
Oh, you're the witness.
You're a witness. So something I think whenever I see Bnei Israel being called like Kol Edah is like where the text is trying to give us this clue that like this is a time when they're really witnessing something and they're all together, like you said, as a community. So what is it that they're witnessing now?
The scouts that came back from the spice of the back of their.
Yeah. Like this is really like a time when they're like all together and they're witnessing something. And who are they going to? What's the order here?
Moshe, Aharon, and
Yeah. So Moshe, he's like the head honcho here, he's in charge. But they don't just go to Moshe and have him talk to everybody. They like take it on themselves to go to Moshe and then to Aaron and then to all of Israel. Alright, let's continue in Hebrew.
El Mibar, Haran, Kadisha.
Nice. And then English?
To the desert of Paran Kadisha.
Nice. And let's keep going.
וישיבו אותם דבר ואת כל העדה,
You can keep going.
ויראו את פרי הארץ.
Great.
And they brought back the word for the community, and they showed them the fruit of the land.
Good. The fruit of the land. What are they actually? What did you guys read yesterday? What are they bringing back? What's the fruit?
Pomegranate.
It's pomegranate.
A huge thing of grapes, and you find grapes, and fig and
Great. So maybe this is what they're seeing. They're seeing like these ridiculously huge grapes, and pomegranates and figs. But this word seems to trip up a lot of us with the translator. And honestly, when I read it too, I'm like, what are they? They're bringing back the Devar,
Things.
but it's not Rabim. Right?
Thing.
The thing.
stuff.
The stuff. That could be singular. What is it like? So I started thinking, what is it like when the rabbi gives like their Devar on Shabbat, or like somebody makes like a Devar Torah?
sometimes like the garments was related to their
So it's like a speech, right? Like a speech like relating to like what went on, what's happening. So I think I think Ilan pointed out that this could be the Devar is the fruit, or I'm sorry, Phoebe pointed out. This Devar might be like the thing, like the fruit that they're bringing, or it could be like they brought back word, like they brought back their speech. Right, we lost our Hebrew reader. Does somebody want to take over for reading Kaf Zayin? Ethan? Okay, Buzz. You want to give us the English translation?
And they told him, and they said, "Come to the land that you sent us, and also the land is flowing with milk and honey, and with fruit."
And it's fruit. So you kept on going with the English side and stuff. Do you want to get that last line in Hebrew?
Sure, Rigam, Zebra, Hala, Deba,
Nice.
Uki, Bazeb, Ria.
Yeah. What did we say this, and this is Priya? What is the fruit? Who does the fruit belong to? The lamb. So they said Prulo, and they told him. So Ilan translated that totally correctly. Lo. Who is the him? Or first of all, who are the they?
They are the scouts.
The scouts. So the scouts, they came back, they went to all the Israel, everybody, and they came back and they told him. Who did they tell? And they told Moshe. Vayimru banu al ha'aretz. So they said, this is like our big quotations around here. Here's what they said. What did they say? We came to the land in which, how do we translate Shalach Tanu? In which, Elon, you had it right, just give us a repeat. In which you sent us. So there we can really see that Shalach sent. You is Moshe here. And us is the scouts. So they're coming back and they're really saying like, Moshe, we did exactly what you said, right? What would you guys say if you just came back from a big like scouting trip?
I need a drink.
You'd probably be really thirsty. Hungry.
No.
What?
Let me go to bed.
I'd say where's my paycheck?
Great, so
Mine had to work in the desert.
I know
Where-
what they did.
you think where's my paycheck is kind of like, we came back from where you sent us. Like what are they trying to point out here?
We're trying
Keep
to,
going.
yeah, we did what we did. Now show some love.
Nice. You got it.
Paycheck was sort of going back with the states flowing with milk and honey, and there's a lot of fruit.
Great, so
Part of them I would go back instead of like, because then they don't have to eat it.
that like the mon, that's
Yeah,
coming from
then it's like, oh, what's
No,
this?
they have all the well,
Not that
that's
Yeah.
what they want to.
I'm sure they need
So we have this combination of like, hey, we came back from our 40-day journey all the way through the land of Israel. We did exactly what you told us to do. And also, in this land, it was flowing with milk and honey. Where are they getting this flowing with milk and honey? Where have we heard? Who promised? God. So not only are they telling Moshe exactly what we did exactly what you wanted, but they're also confirming it's just what God said it would be, right? And also, it has, what is the stuff that we brought back for you? It also has the fruit. So, I'm wondering what you guys think, that if you're here, you're 7th graders, the 8th graders go and check out the high schools. When they come back, what could you hear from them that would like get you super excited to go to that high school next year? Like, what are some things that you've heard from them?
Well, I think that they like really like it, that it's like amazing schools, and like I already started looking at high schools.
Mm-hmm.
So like since we're in 7th grade, we already started looking, so we know that it's like a lot of people got in. That it's probably medium to get into, but if like only one person got in, it's probably hard to get into.
So it's like in the beginning of the class, you said that like the order from Amazon didn't really speak to like you thinking it's your future. But what about
Also the parents, where do you want to go?
so this is more like looking into your future. So I want you to think about we'll finish in a minute. Think about what it is that somebody could tell you that would get you really excited about something for the future and how they could come back. Like the scouts came back and they're like, yeah, we did exactly what you told us to do. It's just like God said. There's even fruit. Look, we brought you some fruit. So on your people, you can jot it down quickly now. You can think about it more and do it for homework. Just write a word that just describes something of why you think the people now are excited, or how you think they feel now. And you can pack up your stuff.
I feel like
And tomorrow we're gonna find, not tomorrow, but on Monday we're gonna find out if they're gonna stay in this state of excitement about the milk and honey, or what's gonna happen.